Welcome back folks to Let's Play Icewind Dale. Last time we left off, we got our party out of the tavern, we bought some supplies, and we are left here. Now the graphic is not the enhanced edition because this is the classical edition, and you can see the pixels actually, not just one, the pixels of my heroes. So, we got some equipment. Let's go and see what
Indeed.
we can do for the people of this fine town. We now have the snowdrift inn. We can go and look what's inside the snowdrift inn. We can sleep there, I suppose. I mean, we already have the spells. And to be honest, I think we could use some change in our lineup. When I say lineup, I mean the spells lineup. Our party is doing fine. Let's speak with this guy.
Indeed.
Innkeeper. Greetings, traveler. The name is Quimby, and I welcome you to my inn. Well met, Quimby. You seem rather enthusiastic. Enthusiastic, yes. It is rare that I get any travelers at this time of year. Thus, I want all of my guests to feel welcome. Haha. Okay, indeed. Have you heard anything interesting? Actually, yes. The whole town's been talking about the upcoming expedition into the spine of the world. Excitement. Enchantment. Really tell me more. Well, Rotgar no doubt will be leading the expedition. I have heard that Arcadia, the initiate at the temple, is going, though I suppose Everard will stay behind to minister to the town. There's a dwarf named Hildred who's going along as well, and even Pomab has agreed to go. Ah, what a grand adventure it will be. Well, how about a room? Okay, so we can get rooms here. We cannot get royal or noble because whatever. This inn is horrible.
I am. Yes.
Yes, indeed you are. Now, let's see if we can indeed find out anything special about this room. Oh, something is here. And it's nothing. There is also someone over here. Oh, I can... wait. Can we steal from this guy? I mean, we could. If you were good at, you know... Can you please? Well, Paladin,
You have need of me?
why don't you just go and bust
As
this
you
open?
wish.
Yes, I told you to bust this open. Okay, go with that. Bust this open. We successfully forced the lock. And there's a gem. And this guy doesn't say anything because he's a cool dude. Ervan Black Sheaf. Well met, friend. I'm Ervan Black Sheaf of Everesca. It has been many moons since I have seen friendly faces. Despite the dreary nature of our current locale, Easthaven is a welcome sight for these elven eyes. Hello, I'm Cassandra. Tell me, Ervan, have you seen much in your travels? When I set out from Everesca, I was used to a peaceful life. I had no idea what wonders and horrors the life of adventurers would bring to my ever-changing doorstep. I'm glad I didn't go to the retreat 20 years ago. Oh, well, that seems like a very long thing to say. There doesn't seem to be much adventure here, friend. What is the retreat, by the way? The retreat is the gradual migration of the Telquasir, the Isle of Evermeet. It should only take a few hundred years for all of the people to complete the migration. Until then, I've decided to explore the rest of Faerun. Interesting. Have you heard any good rumors? Well, I haven't heard any rumors lately. However, when I traveled through Kuldahar, I had a strange feeling about something in that valley. It's more than just the weather that bothered me. Something seemed amiss in the mountains. The trees, even the clouds in the sky. Something was out of place. Something was wrong. Now that you mention it, something does seem out of place. I can't quite put my finger on it, but yeah, something's been odd about the weather. Be careful in your travels. Well, can we, I don't know, say anything else? Ah, okay, we can be nasty or we can be
Yes.
gentle. Today we'll be
Understood.
gentle. Anything else here? It seems like there is another drawer. Oh, shoot. Good job, Thief. You are actually working. Good. I was worried there for a second. Alright, there's anything else? No. Okay, let's set up this. Let's properly set up the spells. Man, my voice is going.
Let me know what you want.
So you have some sleep spells. So you guys are done. But the cleric needs some new spells. So you have a Bless and remove fear. I think I will keep this and remove this and get a healing. You, on the other hand, you can keep this and maybe get the remove fear and get another healing. Maybe get another bless. We need a few blesses.
Aye.
Okay, so we
I shall
can
see to
now
it.
rest a little bit. Just to... yes, sure. How does... yeah, gets the peasant room. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so this is the inn. I'm sure there is anything, there is something, but I missed it, but whatever. Okay, my voice is really
It
giving
shall
up.
be done.
So let's go and explore. What what should we do? I don't know what's going on with my voice, guys. I have no idea. But it is whatever. Okay. Let's look. This one is a scores of knucklehead hang from these wooden racks. The stench from the drying fish is almost unbearable. Okay. Anything else? It doesn't look like there is. Can we go in there? Okay.
Aye.
Hi, hey there, matey. How are you doing? Nice to meet you. How are you? Not so good, matey. Grisella, the barkeep over at the Winter's Cradle, cut me off. How am I supposed to get any proper fishing done? I don't know, just do it without liquor, maybe? The barkeep says I be drinking too much. What does she know? I've only overturned my boat 4 times. Anyway, I need me a wine to fish proper like. Well, is there anything I can do? You could go to Palm Up and fetch me some wine. Then I could get back to my fishing. I would be grateful for it. I go to get myself, but the 2 summers past I got so mad at the pompous Palm Up that they threw his sorry behind into Loch Dinnershire. Just how grateful are you going to be? Well, I can give you a bit of gold and you can be a member of the Eternal Brotherhood of Fishermen. Well, in that case, I'll do it. Hey, thanks, matey. You can find a Palm store in the northeast corner of town. Okay. I'm working on it. Don't we have the bottle of wine? I don't think so. Okay,
I am
so
by your side. Yes?
you are still
Indeed.
here. For some reason, I forgot to move you, but you can go and get the
I
wine from
see.
Palm. So let's go and grab the wine. I mean, we're doing things, so I guess that's fine. I'm also curious, is there anything behind this? No. Okay. Let's go to Pomab's door. Okay, Pomab, I
Very
need some
well.
wine. Please give me the wine. I would like to buy something. I would like to buy some wine and sell you this Skydrop gem. Give me the wine. Now let's get out of here. Cheap psychic powers.
No small task.
The paladin knew she was needed. And so she came in a time of need to buy a bottle of wine for a drunken fisherman. Okay. Hi.
I am
Got
here.
your bottle of
I
wine.
see.
You better make that... Oh, you have a bottle of wine for me, matey. I'm indeed grateful. Yes, you better make that last, Captain. You're not always going to have strapping adventurers around to get you your medicine. We gained some experience, we lost an item, we gained some gold. Well, I mean, it was some gold, at the very least. We did get some experience. Now we have 424 experience. You guys gonna have less because you're multi-class, so...
How
It's
can
whatever.
I help? Ready and willing.
This small steel cage contains what appears to be a small, furry rodent of some sort. The creature is not moving. Either it is quite soundly asleep, or it is quite dead. A network of rusted and leaking pipes has been assembled along this wall. It appears as if it once served to provide fresh water collected from the melting snow on the roof above. Okay, so it seems like this guy has some sort of water system. Various fishing poles and gaffs are stuck in this corner. None seem to be of any particular value. Okay, you guys, you don't have anything. Okay, gotcha. Let's get out of here. So let's go this
Very
way, I
well.
suppose. Explore a little bit of Town. Let's get. Okay, guys. How does that? Okay, What? Why are you talking? What is going on? What is the last one? Thank you, mage. Eh? Oh, sorry, friend. I didn't see you standing there. Name's Jonen. Something I can do for you? I'm surprised you saw me as deep into daydreaming as you seem to be. Your time might be better spent fishing in the lake than in your dreams. Well, perhaps so, but my luck's not being what it has been in the past. I head farther out, but there's no fish to be found. Even my dreams have been troubled by it. What kinds of dreams? Well, there's a woman, and don't give me that eye, it's not like you think, yes, sure. She walks upon the surface of the lake as if it were flagstones instead of waves. She doesn't say anything, just sings beautiful songs. But I can't understand a word. Well, if dreams are your only worry, Jordan, your life can't be that bad. Dreams should be a comfort, not a curse. If truth be told, friend, damn it, there's no sense to it. These dreams are eating at me like a starving wolf. I can barely hold any daily thought in my head before the memory of the dreams found its way back in there. By the hells, I don't know how much more of this I can take. If I can find some way to help you, Jordan, I will. I don't know if how I can, but I'll see what I can find out. Hey, you're not playing on a man's hopes, are you? I'll be grateful for just one night of peace. I'll see what I can do, bro. Bruh. Anything here? I don't think that these things are just boats. I mean, I don't know if I would call them boats, but... Alright, so here we have some houses. How about we sneak in and try to steal? So we know that one of these houses is Rotgar's. Okay, this is the fishmonger. Can we go and speak with the fishmonger? Maybe he's got something for me. I don't think so, but there is definitely something in this house, right? Right, is there something in this house? I don't think so. There's nothing in this house. Well, that's a shame.
I see.
Well met, stranger. The name is Gaspar. Gaspar the fishmonger. What can I do for you this fine day? Fishmonger. This doesn't look much like a fish shop. That's because it isn't, my friend. This is my home. I may be a fishmonger, but that doesn't mean I hawk fish like some street vendor. Ideally large quantities of dried knucklehead and scrimshaw, the bulk of which I keep stored in my warehouse down on the shore. Okay, dried what? Knucklehead trout. It's a rare fish found only in the lakes of the 10 towns. Their bones are used to produce valuable scrimshaw. Well, you must make a decent amount of coin selling those fishes. It's an honest living. I make most of my profit from trade, though, as a matter of fact, I have an important transaction in the works as we speak. And what sort of a transaction? The town's food stores are running dangerously low. My warehouse foreman, Chorin, tells me that there may not be enough food to last through the coming winter. I've arranged a trade with old Galloway up in Cardinival that will keep our stomach full well into the next year. The caravan's due to arrive any day now. Best of luck to you. My journal has been updated? By what? I'm sorry, but what? We met Gaspar the fishmonger. He told us of a trade he had arranged with a merchant in Cardinival. The caravan's arrival but should be arriving any day now. It sounds like the town really needs the supplies the caravan is bringing. Okay, so this tells me that there is something going on. We should probably go and speak with
As
this
you
guy.
wish.
The guy that manages the store for the fishes. Now this is Rotgar's house because he said it was 2 houses to the west, I think. Something like that. So let's skip that house. Let's go here and
task.
here. So nothing. This house is empty. Somehow I doubt I will find anything of value in these houses. I mean, what could they possibly hold? Aside from the nothingness of nothing. Yep, pretty much. Let's just make sure we speak with people. Okay.
Tell me your indeed.
Now we have another house here. Well, that's fine and dandy. Let's see if it's well, there is someone.
Very well.
I heard there were new faces in town. Did you come with the caravan? Of course, I'm a visitor to this town, and there are things I would know. Easthaven? Lived here for quite a span, I have. Things have been getting worse of late. What do you mean, the weather? Well, can you tell me a little about the town? Well, since you're new in town, you'll probably want to get a room at the Snowdrift Inn. It's on the eastern side of the town. The innkeeper, Quimby, is Right enough sort. You should have plenty of rooms available. You just go, yeah, we know that. So this is a town person. She's gonna say the same things that townsperson will say. So I would definitely say this house is devoid of anything of value that we can take. Very well.
Done.
Let's keep on moving. Proceed to the next house. This is what happens when you play a role-playing game. You just explore systematically every house. Also, this looks like a temple, judging by the windows. Yeah, there is a dwarf or a halfling or whatever.
Indeed.
Hello, my name is Acadia. Oh, Acalia. Didn't say Acadia? Well, it's Acalia. She's gonna go with the expedition, I think. At least that's what the elf told us. I'm an initiate here at the Temple of Tempus. I help Everard maintain the temple armory and perform rituals. Well met, Acadia. I'm Cassandra. You're an initiate in the Tempuran faith. I didn't realize that the Lord of Battles was so popular up here. Tempus is revered a great deal by the barbarian tribes up here. They call him Tempus. We immigrants see a lot of conflict and violence in these parts, and people want to make sense of it all. Barbarian tribes, how do they feel about the 10 towns being here? Well, if I could read. It changes from season to season, from year to year, like all things. They are mistrustful of us immigrants and often view our settlements here as an intrusion in their lands. Sometimes they trade with us, sometimes they war with us. Sounds like a love and hate relationship. At least they don't try to kill you all the time. It is just part of our daily routine. We know that the barbarians are just a few peaks away, and we immigrants understand the danger that they bring into our lives. You said we immigrants. Where are you from? I'm originally from Neverwinter. I came here to aid Battle Lord Everard when the former war priest Renfeld was killed in a battle against the barbarians near Bryn Shander. Well, I guess those barbarians really don't like the immigrants too much. Yeah. And, okay, that seems like that's... Yes, we know. It seems almost pointless to live in such harsh conditions. Are the people afraid? Well, they changed dialogue. I mean, she changed dialogue. It is actually part of a simple truth that we Tempuran believe. Conflict is all around us. Every man and woman has something that he or she believes in, which he or she will die to promote or preserve. Temples tells us that we should live for something of importance. If we kill, if we die, the same. We preach that conflict and war are vital to mankind's existence. Alright, what a joke. I can't believe you're actually serious. What isn't vital to our existence? How about things like love and tolerance? How do we fit those into Tempura's plan? Okay, that's a little bit too harsh. I agree, even if we don't like the fact that it's happening, conflict is pretty inevitable in life. Exactly, that is why we East Havens practice the Tempuran faith and perform the rituals of the Lord of Battles. What rituals? We celebrate the feast of the moon in remembrance of the battle dead. Sure. We also sing the Song of the Sword at least once a 10-day. Because of the church's close proximity to the site of so many great battles, our congregation also has local celebrations to remember all of the mighty conflicts that have raged across Icewind Dale. The most important daily ceremonies are the Feast of the Heroes of Icewind and the Song for the Fallen at sunset. Okay, what are those feasts? They're pretty straightforward. The Feast of Heroes is a meal that we eat at sun. During it, we remember the final meal which each warrior eats before he or she enters mortal battle. The Song for the Fallen is a dirge that we sing at sunset as a daily memorial for those who have died in battle. Interesting. What local battles do you celebrate? We celebrate the Battle of Gerardstone. I'd tell you more about it, but Everard prefers that any questions about it are directed to him. He was somewhat of a different perspective on the teaching than most. Ask him about it if you see him. Okay. Thanks for the information. Can we ask about... Yeah. Can we ask about what's Everard is like? While Everard is still adjusting to his position here, I think he'd much rather still be serving Tempus on the front lines, but his duty is to guard this holy site. The site of Gerard's Stone. You should ask him about it. He knows more of the tale than I do. Everard is both a warrior and a priest. How does that fit into the Tempuran faith? Yeah, you just said that 2,000 times. Okay. That's a big ass hammer. This huge warhammer looks as if it would take the combined strength of 2 men to wield it. It's thick, steel-head, it's bound and studded bronze bands, and is speckled with what appears to be dried blood. The description upon its stands read Bonecracker. This magnificent weapon belonged to the legendary warrior Dumok the Fist, who died in the assault of Dragonspear Castle. Okay, sure, bro. Lots of things here we can examine. I don't think I want to examine them, though. Now, who is this guy? Everard.
Hrothgar mentioned there were strangers in town. What is it you want?
I'm Cassandra. Are you the high priest of this temple?
Yes, I am Everard. Everard of Tempus, battle priest of the Lord of Battles. What brings you here?
I come to show respect to your god and his worshippers, Everard. Still, there is not much battle to be had here in East Haven. Akalia told me about you, Jared Stone. She said he has something to do with your holidays.
Jared was a shaman who lived long ago. He brought unity to the northern tribes and led them to victory against the army of Ericon, at the cost of his life.
And how did he die?
Once Ericon saw his army routed by Jared and the northern tribes, he sought to bring the Hells to his aid. Ericon opened a gate to the lower plains.
That's a bad idea. He brought demons to the battlefield. The northern tribes would have been destroyed.
I do not believe that. Jared did. It is said that Tempus himself appeared to Jared upon the battlefield, and Jared took that as a sign.
A sign to do what?
Jared believed Tempus was calling him to sacrifice himself for his people to ensure victory. And so he cast his body into the portal, his blood fusing it to stone. It lies entombed beneath the temple to this day.
Well, you don't sound like you agree with Jared's choice.
Jared had no need to sacrifice himself. Tempus's appearance was a test of faith, proof Jared's people had already won the field that day. Jared failed his god and died a coward's death.
Tempus is known to appear to warriors who can dictate the outcome of a battle, so perhaps Jared was not in... Okay.
One dies for Tempus with a blade in one's hand, not by martyring oneself within the embrace of infernal magics. Jared's duty was to stand with his comrades, not cast himself to his death when the field was already theirs.
Well, his sacrifice may have prevented other deaths, Everard.
Sacrifice? Let me say this of sacrifice, young one, then we shall speak of this no more. Sacrifice is a death that has meaning. When it is in vain, it is not sacrifice. It is a waste. That is the lesson of Jared Stone.
And this stone is buried beneath the temple?
Aye, a great stone disc that holds Jared's corpse for eternity. And so I watch and guard it in Tempus's name.
I see.
You are free to ask, traveler. I promise no answers.
So what else can we actually ask? What's the glyph carved door beneath the statue?
The door leads beneath the temple to the site of Jared's stone. It was sealed with glyphs of Tempus to prevent entry long ago.
I see. Can I ask any other
You are free
questions?
to ask, traveler. I promise no answers.
What about the expedition?
I have heard of it, yes. A messenger from Kuldahar visited the temple not long ago, and it has spurred Hrothgar to see what is happening in the north.
A messenger?
Yes, a man from Kuldahar found his way to our door, and he was dead by morning. He claimed he was a messenger from the Archdruid of Kuldahar.
And what did he want?
The man spoke of disturbances in Kuldahar. His wounds prevented me from making any sense of his words. Perhaps Hrothgar understood more than I, for he's preparing an expedition.
Are you going on this expedition?
No, for my place is here. Were I invited, I would still not go. My injuries would only slow the expedition.
Your injuries? Were you wounded in battle?
These eyes have seen battle, yes. And my skin bears the mark of swords and axes. That was long ago. Now my place is here.
Why would you leave battle behind?
Because there are many ways one may serve one's god. I am of the Order of the Broken Blade. My duty is to watch this place.
So the Order of the Broken Blades guard the sacred areas?
Yes, we were warriors. Wounded in battle, our injuries now keep us far from the front lines. Still, we are fit to guard holy sites to our Lord.
This is a holy site.
It is sacred to Tempus, yes. It marks the field where the barbarian Jared gave up his life ages ago. He lies encased in stone beneath this temple.
I feel that if I ask what happened.
Jared was a shaman
Yeah,
who
yeah,
lived
yeah,
long
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
You are free to ask, traveler.
So you
I
carry
promise
the
no
scars of war
answers.
ever. Were you wounded in battle?
These eyes have seen
Ah,
battle, yet
okay.
you are
Yeah,
free
sure.
to ask, traveler. I promise no answers.
Okay, we can ask the same things. I came to show respect to your god and his worshippers, Everard.
War is but one of Tempus's aspects. Warriors, true warriors, worship him as well.
Okay, never mind. I have intruded. Farewell. Okay, so we got literally. This guy doesn't seem like he's telling the whole story because he seems to be regretting not being able to go to war, or maybe he's regretting the way
Very well.
it went with Jarrod Stone, something like that. He might have something in mind, but I don't know. We'll see about that. There is another house here. So there is nothing here, just a bunch of people doing absolutely nothing.
I see.
Okay, well, seems like this was a big episode about talking to people. What do you want? Screamed something. Upsell. Oh, thank the gods! Whoever you are, you picked the perfect time to wander by. I could really use your help. What seems to be the problem? A wolf somehow got into my workshop and is tearing the place apart. It attacked me as I was opening the shop this morning. I was so startled by the sight of the beast that I accidentally broke the key off in the lock while trying to get away. Now I can't even get back in. What is exactly that you want me to do? I'd be most grateful if you could go in there and get rid of that stupid thing for me. Then I could get back to my scream show. Of course, you'll have to find a way to get the door open first. Very well. What's in it for me? Well, you're a paladin. Let's not roleplay though. Alright, you greedy bastard, I'll throw you some gold for your trouble. Will that satisfy your copper-clenching black heart? Okay. I sincerely thank you. The door to my shop is just around the corner here. Let's get rid of the demonic canine. Yeah. So there is a wolf in here. So let's go and deal with this wolf. Well, we have a thief, but we also have a
had need of
paladin,
me?
so let's open this.
I see. I am by your side.
It's
Indeed.
just best to use the warriors to open doors. Oh look, there is a wolf. Kill
So
him.
much for doing this the nice way.
Well, that was an 18, a 17, and an 11, and we completely annihilated this guy. Now, there are many things here, but nothing that screams pick me up. So, let's just make sure it is the way it is. No, there's nothing. Yeah, we can't do anything. Yep. Nothing. Okay,
Done.
let's get out of here.
Very well.
Well, let's talk with this guy. Ah, my friend, the wolf is no more. I am now a happy man. Thank you for helping me. Here's a little something for your trouble. Thank you. Got an item, experience, and some gold. Okay, this is Upsell's dagger. This dagger was created by Upsell the Scrimshander, a resident of Easthaven. The dagger has a keen edge, and the grip is made of intricately carved knucklehead trout bone. It's a 1d4 plus 1, so this is... Ooh, speed factor of 1. That's gonna be good for your initiative, but sadly nobody can use this dagger. I don't know, maybe they were trying to give the thieves a fighting chance, except that we have a thief that uses a bow. You did use... Why did you not use your warhammer? Because you don't have a warhammer equipped. That's why. Well, it is good. I suppose, yeah, you have this weapon. We need to sell that.
Yes.
Okay, we did
very
a
well.
hospital, upsell, whatever. So, what we're going to do now is simply, come on, just get in line. I'm gonna be saving on Let's Play 2. And there you go. And we're gonna continue in the next episode. What we're gonna do is finishing up the city, and then we're gonna go and speak with Rotgar and see what he wants from us. Maybe he will ask to join the expedition. But we have this area to explore, and then we have this area here to explore. Maybe there is something, maybe there isn't. Who knows? We spoke with a lot of people today. Kind of a boring episode for some of you. I don't know. It happens. It's a role-playing game. You need to expect to speak with people once in a while. Maybe there is something over here that I can check. I don't know. But I'd say overall we did good. So again, thank you for watching, guys. And I hope you'll join me in the next episode. Take care. Bye bye.